Hi guys, so today I'm going to be doing a Q&A. A couple days ago I posted a photo on Instagram asking you to comment below some questions that you wanted to know the answers to. So thank you to all of those who messaged me, who commented, who texted me, who emailed Protein King. I will try to get to all your questions today, but there were quite a couple of them, so I'm probably not going to be able to answer all of them. But if you guys have any other questions, just comment in the little section below. Find me on Instagram, continue emailing Protein King, and I will do another one of these videos in a couple weeks, hopefully kind of answering the rest of them. So question, I don't know why I always do this with my hands. What English? Question number 1. There's my cat. Okay. Whoa. I'm a female and currently train 4 days a week. I can see a lot of muscle growing, but I can't seem to get rid of the fat. So basically, when it comes down to losing fat and building muscle, your diet and nutrition are probably more critical than you realize. Because you're training really hard, you need to make sure that you are eating enough food and that you're eating the right amount of the right food as well. So personally, I follow IIFYM. I found that it works really well for me and for my body type, so I know exactly how much protein, how many carbs, and how much fat I'm allowed to eat a day to really optimize fat loss and muscle growth as well. Also incorporating cardio. I know high intensity interval training works really well for fat loss. So it's kind of a mixture of your training style, cardio, and nutrition. It's really going to help you cut that little bit of fat that you no longer want. Question number 2, should I train fasted? Personal preference, I think. I know a lot of people do train fasted because they say that they lose a lot more fat that way. Personally, I do my high intensity interval training fasted in the morning, so I just have Oxyshred and then I do my cardio, and then I have lunch, and then about like 2 hours later I'll go to the gym. Like I said, personal preference. If you think that you can handle a really full-on session on an empty stomach, go for it. Obviously, just be very careful because you don't have any food in your stomach that's going to fuel you. I probably wouldn't recommend doing a really intense workout fasted, like leg day, because your body does need a really good source of carbohydrates to burn during the session. It'll probably give you a lot more endurance as well. So fasted training, personal preference, yes. Do fat burners actually make a difference? I think they do, personally. When I first started training, I didn't take a fat burner, and I probably only started taking Oxyshred about a year ago, and I really have noticed the biggest difference, not only in my body, but in the way that I physically, mentally feel as well. The Oxyshred that I take is the wild melon flavor. It helps with mood, it's obviously got caffeine in, so it kind of wakes you up in the morning. I did a video on supplements a little while ago, so if you really want to know my thoughts on fat burners, go check it out. But yeah, I think they do work, and I would definitely recommend taking a fat burner. And I'm not just saying that, really, like I do take it every single morning, and yeah, I would highly recommend it. I try and carb cycle on high carb days. Which forms of carbs do you recommend, and does it make a difference? Example, sweet potato versus pasta. Pasta. I'm not a nutritionist, so literally all I know is what works for me and with my body. But like I said previously, I follow IIFYM, so if you are carb cycling, you probably know how many carbs you are allowed on your higher carb days. As far as I understand, the body doesn't really understand the difference between a healthy carb and an unhealthy carb, but what it does understand is the fiber content, the sugar content, and all of that stuff, and that is going to dictate how your body digests that food and where it goes, like if it goes to fat or if it goes to energy, or what it does with that food. So personally, I would recommend obviously following a really healthy diet. So go with sweet potato, you obviously get a lot more volume out of that as well, whereas with pasta, like 50 grams of pasta versus 50 grams of sweet potato, like there's a massive difference. So healthy eating would endorse. Okay, in what way do a few beers in a week? Oh my gosh. Let's not do that again. In what ways do a few beers in a week impact your progress? Say it is a light beer focused on avoiding carbs. First of all, light beer, vodka, at the end of the day, alcohol is alcohol, and besides what it's going to do to your liver and your kidneys, there are obviously a couple of things that it's going to take away from and lower your gains. But I'm not an alcohol basher. I'm not going to sit here and tell you that I've never had a sip of alcohol in my life. I think it's all about balance, first of all, so let's just get that out the way. But at the end of the day, alcohol is alcohol, so whether it's a light beer, whether it's normal beer, whether it's wine, vodka, whatever, alcohol is alcohol, full stop. If you count macros, I'm just going to rattle off for a little while, so I'm sorry if this gets a bit technical, but for every 1 gram of carbohydrates, for every 1 gram of protein, there is 4 calories. For every 1 gram of fat, there's 9 calories, and for every 1 gram of alcohol, there's 7 calories. So it's almost double the carbs and the protein. So if you are counting macros, alcohol is basically just empty calories. Like, there's nothing in it. It's just alcohol, and alcohol is going to destroy your gains. Maybe not if you have like 1 or 2 beers throughout the week, but obviously if you're doing it like on a really consistent basis, your body will suffer, like I said, besides like the kidney and everything. Alcohol also lowers your testosterone levels, so for guys who drink a lot, your testosterone levels are lowering, and testosterone is a natural fat burner as well. So basically, when you drink alcohol, what the body does is it's going to try burn that alcohol off first, and then everything else that you've eaten, so say you've had like a really big dinner and then you've gone out for a couple of beers with your friends, your body isn't going to burn off your dinner, it's going to burn off the alcohol first, and then you go to sleep afterwards, so it's not really doing anything, if that makes sense. I don't know, hopefully that makes sense. But yeah, I'm all for balance. If you are going out with some friends and want some wine, like have some, personal preference again. Okay, any tips for when you're at the gym and you're really not feeling it? So I think this happens to a lot more people than we realize when you're at the gym and you kind of get like caught away through your workout and you're just like, I'm really not feeling this anymore. Should I go home? No, don't go home. Push through. I say push through, just get it done. I was watching YouTube videos the other day of like my fitness idol, Nikki Blackadder, and she was doing like this really, really intense leg circuit workout, and she started struggling, and she said to her boyfriend, she was like, I can't do this, I just want to go home. And he said to her, this is what you wanted. And that, like, it's one of those things that like just sticks with you. And when I heard that, I was like, wow, like that is really motivating. So whenever I'm at the gym now and I'm halfway through a set and I'm like, I can't do this anymore, I just have to remind myself, I just close my eyes and I'm like, Kristyn, this is what you wanted, and I just get it done. So that is probably like my biggest motivational tip for when you're just at the gym and you're not feeling it. You wanted it, you're there for a reason, so you may as well just get it done, because you will probably feel heaps better afterwards as well. How to target that bit on your leg that's the top on the side. Is it your glute, hammy, or quad? How can you train it to go away? So as far as I know, if you guys don't know where, I'm not going to stand up because I'm not wearing pants. So it's like the side of your thigh. So when you're standing up, like sometimes your legs go like that. As far as I'm concerned, like the slang word for that, they call it saddlebags. Basically what it is, from my understanding, is it's your glutes like sitting on top of your thighs. So in order to get rid of saddlebags, you just have to train your glutes. I mean, the quads are like the front of your legs, the hamstrings are the back of your legs. So I think that training glutes, like doing squats, deadlifts, walking lunges, all that sort of thing, will kind of lift your glutes up and kind of get rid of the saddlebag. And again, it's just excess weight that's kind of hanging there. So cardio, good nutrition, and the usual. So that's really it for the Q&A this time. Sorry if I didn't get to your question. It's just this video has already been going on for quite a while, and I don't want to make you guys bored because I want you to keep coming back and keep watching. So if there's, if you guys want to know anything else, you can email Protein King, you can comment below, you can stalk me on Instagram, whatever, just get your question across. So until next week, bye guys.